Hi, this is Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a deck reading. Today's topic is going to be, how do they see you? So this can be anybody. You can ask about anyone at all, a friend, family member. Hopefully you don't ask about enemies, because who cares what they think? So you can pick one of these 4 decks here. This is deck 1, 2, 3, and 4. So take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can pause the video if you need to take a look at which one of these calls to you most. You want to ask the question, how does this person see me? And when you open your eyes, you can take a look at one of these decks and pick one of those. And the timestamps will be in the description box below. So this will be deck 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to start with deck 1. Hi Deck 1, this is for those of you that have picked Muka Tarot. This is your reading. So, let's start with, how does this person see you? How does the person on your mind see you? And then we'll take a little bit more of a deeper dive there, and we'll look about how they feel about you when they're around you, and what do they like. So, how does this person see you, Group 1? Lovers, not bad, not a bad start. How does this person see you? Okay. How does this person see you? Ace of Cups. This person, I think, might see you on the outside as somebody that might need maybe a little bit of help. You might seem like somebody that needs a little bit of support. You might be a little bit depressed or anxious when they see you. This isn't necessarily the truth. You know the truth. Are you depressed? Are you anxious? If not, you could just be showing some, behaviors or mannerisms that kind of appear that way, but even though you don't really feel, appear that way. Like some people have like a natural sort of like shake, and it's not related to fear or nervousness, but someone might see that and be like, oh, this person, their voice is wavering when they talk, their hands are shaking, they must be nervous. But you might not actually feel that way, but they may perceive you that way when you guys meet up or speak. The Lover's card is quite good, though. I think this person sees you as somebody that is equal to them, somebody that they can maybe talk to one-on-one or have a good conversation with that's well balanced. This is also indicating that for some of you, they may perceive you as someone who is already paired up with somebody else. They may see you as someone who is married or someone who's emotionally involved with somebody else. They see you though as someone who's also very creative, someone who might be very good with words, someone who might be good at art or expression. The Ace of Cups talks about ideas, and it talks about emotional thoughts, basically. So it could be poetry that you're good at, or some kind of writing. Who knows, maybe you write romance novels and they know about this. It can talk about just a genuine, sincere care, sincere interest, sympathies for people. So they see you as a rather kind-hearted person, I want to say. But they do suspect that behind that kindness, there might be a little bit of a vulnerability there. So they see that there is a little bit of like, a squishy center to your already squishy exterior, perhaps. They probably like to be very careful around you. So let's take a look at, how do they feel about you, about being around you? How does this person feel being around you? Well, we got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is, they feel very the thing is, they might feel like they are very charismatic around you. This seems like they're talking about themselves here. They may feel like they are funny around you, or like they feel, I want to say they might feel good about themselves. But let me continue here. Let me pull the rest of these cards. How do they feel around you, Group 1? How do they feel around you, Group 1? Well, I do think this person might act out a little bit when they're around you. And I think it's like they might have overdramatic actions or big jokes or something like that with these two cards. I think they honestly, when they're around you, they're trying to say things to see what will stick. When I see this card here, I'm thinking this person probably goes out and will say something and then kind of go, you know what I'm talking about? To see if you laugh at things or see if you find certain things funny. They might bring up various interests to pique your interest, to see if you're interested in the same things they are. I think that overall, the way you make them feel is kind of like they have to try hard to kind of express themselves. They want to be seen by you, though. I definitely think that this person wants you to look at them. They're like, look at me, here, I'm going to put this weird joke out there. Do you laugh at it? Oh, crap, you don't. I'm going to try something else. So I feel like this trial and error process is this person actually trying to get you to like them. I think they really want you to like them. So what does this person like about you, Group 1? What does this person like about you? What does this person like about Group 1? Let's see. I did get the moon here. So that's pretty dreamy, actually. This is somebody that might be a little mysterious, though. So they might see you as a tough nut to crack. Yeah, you don't really show this person very much, to be honest. You don't show them all that much. You might work a lot. They might see you as somebody that works a lot, but they might like this about you. They probably think that you're very, studious or hardworking, or you have a really great attention to detail. You might be very open to giving your ideas. You might be very open to starting new projects, starting new opportunities. And when you think about it, you might be like, oh, that's not anything to like about. Who doesn't do that? But this person may lack the quality that you have to offer things, to give things, to start new things. Because this can talk about gift giving. So this person could like that you have a very generous nature. Despite being so quiet or so reserved, perhaps. And I think that kind of shows that I feel like you balance them out in the sense that there's an aspect to them that you don't have, but they see in you, and they admire that. I really think that they do. I think that they may also not have the same work ethic that you do. So even if you don't work together, this could just be talking about, school, or if you know them in a domestic sense, this is how hard you work around the house, or how hard you do to clean and cook and provide for other people. They may think that you're an emotional person too. So, but this is sort of like emotionally reserved, in my opinion, with the moon card. So you could be kind of hidden like that, where you have a lot of emotions, but you're able to hold back on them. And if this person is a Leo, because we do have Leo here, they may not have that quality so easily. If they're a fire-heavy person, they might be very expressive and boisterous. But sometimes, sometimes people, when they're in their own personality, sometimes they get sick of their own personality, and they're like, man, I'm so obnoxious sometimes. So when they see a reserved, more patient, quiet person, they probably really like it. They probably really accept it and maybe admire it and wish it for themselves, but their nature isn't like that, so it might just be asking them to be something they're not. But they can certainly see you and view you and admire you for who you are. So they really do see you as quite admirable, a hard worker, and it's very positive. I think this person really likes you and really wants to be your friend at the very least. For those of you that are not in a romantic, not asking about a potential romantic thing, this person wants to be your friend. If this is a romantic thing, this person wants to be your friend to be something else, I think, eventually. So, yeah. And if it's somebody that you already know, they appreciate you. That's really what you should take away with this. So, I want to thank you for watching Group 1. If you want to get a private reading with me, you can contact me in my Etsy shop. My link is in the description below. And if you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would be happy to have you here in my subscriber count and help me get to 8,000 subs. That's my goal this year. So, hopefully you can help me reach that. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move on to group 2. Hi, group 2. This is for those of you that have picked the Morgan Greer Tarot. This is your reading. So, we're going to look into how they see you, and then we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive where we'll ask how they feel about being around you, and we'll ask what they like about you. So, let's take a look at how this person sees you. How does the person on group 2's mind see them? What is their perception of them? How do they see them? All right, let's start here. Hermit, Fool, and the 3 of Wands. You're a very patient person. They see you as someone who's very patient. But what's kind of weird is like, it's a weird energy here actually, because we've got the patience of the Hermit. We've got the patience of the 3 of Wands. But then we also have the Fool card, who I kind of see can be sort of impatient and can kind of act a little bit reckless or, weird. That's weird. Sorry. It kind of looks like my color shifted or something. Maybe that's just my camera. Sorry. But with the Fool card here, there's like a youthfulness, a youthful exuberance, an excited energy where you kind of might be the type to kind of go out and explore. But with this Hermit card, maybe it's self-exploration. This person may see you as someone who pays attention to themselves, who looks at themselves, who's interested in personal improvement, personal betterment. And you're very patient with yourself as well. So you may be somebody who apologizes and even though, it's hard, but you make an active, conscious effort to apologize for things when you're feeling like you've wronged someone. Or you may be making a conscious effort for just being more thoughtful and more present when you're around them. So this person may see you a little bit like a little bit of a mystic. And that's kind of one of the cards here. That's kind of sometimes what the Fool can show, like a kind of a mystic madman going on a trip or going on some crazy journey. So they see you as very introspective, I want to say. And you're doing it, though, with this card. This is someone who looks forward, who has a plan and has put it in motion, and they're waiting for those things to kind of come to them. So they see that you believe yourself as a work in progress very much. And maybe they might admire that about you, perhaps. So let's take a look at the next part here. How do they feel when they're around you? Oh, I just dropped a card. Hang on. Oh, okay, I can't go down that way. I tried to fold myself over like a burrito. Okay, so how do they feel when they're around you? Group 2. How do they feel when they're around you, group 2? Oh my gosh, I have all these cards that have just flipped over all at once. And, well, gosh, this deck's really slippery. Okay, how do they feel when they're around you? Okay, this person, I don't think that they feel, sorry. For some of you, I think that this person might not really have many strong feelings, only because I think that they might be a very passive observer. They just kind of watch you be, and they let you be, and they kind of just watch you. Another way to see this, though, is this person might not know what to do or what to say, because we do have the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles can talk about reciprocity. So with the 2 of Swords kind of showing up as like I don't know what to do or say, I don't know what I should be doing right now, it kind of gives me a vibe that either this person is not totally 100% aware of you but knows of you, or this person is around you and they just don't really know what to say or do. They may not know how to relate to you. Maybe with these type of cards, you might be a little bit too self-aware, or a little bit too spiritual, or a little bit too too much for them, not too much for anyone else. But for this person, it might be kind of intimidating to go into that territory. Perhaps they feel like you're the type of person that would see their flaws. You know, if you're able to be so self-aware of yourself, they might expect you to kind of like put that on them as well, and they may not be ready for that, to be honest. They may not be ready to face their personal faults. Not that that's your intention, but that's kind of what they're afraid of. They're probably more afraid of themselves and what you could possibly bring out of them than what you'll do to them or anything. They're just kind of thinking like, oh no, if I get stuck in that orbit, then I'm going to start, thinking things about myself, and then I'm going to start eating granola, and, it might not be their lifestyle, and they might be a little bit concerned that might be, where they'd be heading, and they're just not ready for it, So let's ask the next question. What do they like about you? What does this person like about you, group 2? What does this person like about you, group 2? Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Again, you have this air of improvement. We have this card, Knight of Pentacles. This is a Virgo. And Virgos are notorious for fixing and improving. That is their thing. The thing is, though, a lot of people feel nervous around Virgos, right? Because, and we have Virgo up here as well. I want to say with this Hermit card. So you might have Virgo in your chart, your birth chart, your natal chart. Maybe your sun, your moon, your rising. So even if you're not born in Virgo season, you may have Virgo placements elsewhere. You could also have a heavy 6th house, which is ruled by Virgo, or you might be a very mercurial person. But I think, though, this is showing an attention to detail that you have, and they appreciate that. You see things and you go, that needs improvement. I think that I can improve it. So that can make people quite nervous, though, I will admit, as a non-Virgo person with little to no, I don't even think I really have anything in my 6th house. But when I meet a 6th house Virgo person, I get very nervous because I'm like, they're looking at me. They're watching me. They're seeing all of my flaws. Oh my God, this person can see right through me. Holy crap. Virgo is actually a very intuitive sign, to be honest. So even if you have that Virgoian energy, it can mean that you're quite intuitive and that you can see things in people. You can see through people. You can, and this person might be more sensitive than they think they know. And they're kind of picking up on that energy of like, I can see them thinking about me and I don't know what to do about it. But they appreciate, though, that you do have this keen eye for improvement, this keen eye for, progress and health. And, maybe the person that you're asking about isn't very healthy. Maybe they have a little bit of extra weight and they're like, this person's judging me. They're judging me. I'm eating this bag of chips and they're watching me. And oh my God, And unfortunately, that is the nature of Virgo energy. It is a little intimidating because it does make people look at their personal flaws, and it makes them, think, oh God, I got to do the work to improve this, but I don't really want to do it right now. A lot of people aren't ready. So this person, I want to say their overall energy about you is that they're just not ready for you. But they see that you do have a sincere care about people. And that's what I see with this Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful card. It talks about sympathy. It talks about empathy. It talks about relating to people. And it talks about a sensitivity. So you may be somebody they may like, well, they do like, because this is what they like about you. They do like that you are quite sensitive, and you might be somebody, maybe you work in healthcare. Maybe you work in nutrition, but they appreciate this aspect of you. And the thing is, I think they also appreciate, because we have the Page of Cups, there's a little bit of sweetness in this. You may be somebody that is a little younger too, by the way. You don't have to be, though. But the Page of Cups is a little sweetheart. You might be somebody who gives people little cute gifts, who extends themselves in a kind way. You might be somebody who likes to give little poems or show people little treats, or give people photographs, or not photographs, but like funny pictures. You might like to make people laugh too. So I think that they really do appreciate that you do care about people's well-being. I really think that there is a sincere care about that. And with this Knight of Pentacles card, it's like you're very active about it. So it's like, for the reason that they might be a little bit self-conscious around you, they may also be appreciative of why that is. You know, it's the nature of you. You're just a very caring person, and this person likes that, but is also afraid of it at the same time, you know. So that's what I'm seeing here, though. I think this person does like you. I think they appreciate what you do and who you are, and I think that you should be quite happy with that. So I want to thank you for watching Group 2. If you want to get a private reading with me, something that's personal to you, I have readings that start at $10, and you can get those in my Etsy shop, and that link is in my description box below. If you would like to get a private, I just almost repeated that. If you'd like to subscribe and like and comment, it really does help the channel. It does help it grow. So even if you don't get a reading with me, I can still thrive and do my best to keep uploading. And my goal right now is to get to 8,000 subscribers. So if you support me and you support my goal, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. And I want to thank you for watching. Bye now. Hello, Group 3. You picked the beautiful Guided Hand Tarot. I thought I would let you guys know, because this one's a weird one. You don't usually see this on Amazon, but I got this on Etsy. So if you're looking for the description, or if you're looking for the link to this, you can check that in my description box. So let's take a look at how they see you, Group 3. How does Group 3's person see them? How do they perceive them? Please show me. Boy, I hope you guys can see these cards. The backs are sort of like very light, so from my angle here, looking at the camera, they're kind of washed out, so I hope you guys can see them still. So we have the Hermit. Oh my gosh, that's the same as the last one. The 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Okay. So, Group 3. I think you've been through a hard time, it looks like. You might be sort of worse for wear right now, and it's pretty obvious. You might wear this on your face. You might wear this in the way you walk. People may know that you're not well. Maybe you're recovering from a surgery. Maybe you are sick. Maybe you're one of those, I won't say one of those, one of us, the immune compromised, who might be someone who has to stay at home right now. And I say one of us because I relate to that. I have lupus, so. So you might be seen to this person may perceive you as someone who's by themselves quite a bit. Now, if you're not somebody who's dealing with a chronic illness and has to isolate, you might be somebody that is quite lonely, and they may see you as someone that is lonely. They may see you as someone who's been hurt, betrayed, or outcast, and this is something that, you might wear on yourself. So hopefully this isn't somebody that is going to take advantage of that. I have to check. But I see some loneliness here with the Hermit card by itself, and these cards here. We see someone who has insomnia. We see someone who might have back pain. We have someone who might have, sometimes this card can represent sickness, hormonal differences, like sometimes it's depression or anxiety. Sometimes it's, like severe menstrual cramps, things like that. So you might just be someone who's dealing with a lot of like chronic emotional or physical pain. And this might be something that you have to deal with every day. And you might take it very gracefully. You might have a lot of dignity behind it. However, it does make you maybe sit it out a little bit more. You might not have the energy to really invest in things because you're too busy trying to maintain your equilibrium. I really think that this is it, is you just want to maintain a level of comfort where you are not overexerting, still present, but you gotta step back because you can't be too involved. You might be somebody where they never know if you're gonna have to leave early, if you're ever maybe you have to leave because you're feeling sick or something like that. The Hermit card also can suggest that these things have come about due to old age. That's another thing as well. It doesn't have to be this way, but this person knows you as someone who struggles with these things. So now, how do they feel when they're around you? How does this person feel when they're around you, group 3? There's a bit of a reluctancy or like a hesitancy or like a block, it feels like. 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's some kind of like heaviness, of course. I mean, and I think that's probably the case here. If you're dealing with this right now, this hopefully is a temporary problem, but sometimes it's not. They do have the 8 of Swords here, the King of Cups, and then the 10 of Wands. This person feels, honestly, I think that they feel worried, and they're not going to show you this. They're not going to tell you this. I think that this person is incredibly empathetic, and when they're around you, they do feel like they do take on a fair amount of concern, stress, and it's not out of obligation. This is not out of duty. This is out of care. So the King of Cups is a very kind person, and he is a very sensitive, caring person. But the thing about the King of Cups is he can keep it under wraps. The King of Cups is a Cancer, and they're very they are very emotional people, and the King of Cups here is very buttoned up. He's a fortress, So you may see this person as someone who doesn't care, but they really, really do. They care deeply. The thing is, though, they're not going to dump it on you. They're not going to dump that on you, and they're not going to, make that emotional burden they carry your problem. They're not going to do that. So when they're around you, there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of desire to help. And sometimes they may feel like when they're around you, they have to overhelp, or because the 10 of Swords oftentimes, or not 10 of Swords, I'm sorry, the 10 of Wands to me talks about, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And this person, when they're around you, they may not be able to feel like they can do anything. They may feel a little bit helpless like that. And that's what this 8 of Swords can also do as well. So this person could be watching you go through this, and they may feel like they're helpless to do anything about it, though they really, really would like to. A lot of the times they might feel like they're just kind of getting in the way, unfortunately. I do believe this person cares about you deeply, though. I think that maybe you're going through a hard time, and they're here with you, but they may not know how to help. But they're just kind of at a loss to maybe express that, or maybe they can't help at all. There's just some things that we have to do on our own, and people can only just watch from the sidelines and do what they can. So there's almost this like helplessness when it comes to being around you. So what does this person like about you, group 3? Oops, I just dropped a card. Hang on. What does this person like about you, group 3? Oh my gosh. We've got the Death card. That's heavy. I'm not going to say the card that fell on the ground was the Tower. I didn't want to take it because, I wasn't sure if that was the message that they wanted to send me. This is what they like about you, though. So let's see here. There's another one that fell. Hang on. Okay, the Sun. That's a little bit better. I like that. Yeah, so in the Tower and the Death, there is a destructive tendency, right? This doesn't mean that they like you because you are destructive, or that, there's damage. I want to say maybe on like 1% of you, this person may appreciate your struggle. They may maybe be invested in helping you with that. They might like to help you, perhaps. That's one thing. I won't say that this person enjoys your suffering, because that's not right. That's not what I see at all. But the Sun and the Temperance card here are sort of showing me that you have a bit of a resilience. Because the thing about the Death card and the thing about the Tower card is when they come in, they're very regenerative. Now, the Tower card talks about having all this destruction in your life right down to the base. But there's still that element left that you can build upon. The Death card talks about destruction all the way down to the base of this tower's the tower's foundation, but it talks about regeneration. So when I see both of those coming out, I'm thinking that it's telling me that you have this regenerative ability where you can be in this energy but still rebound, because the Sun is an acceptance of self as well. So you may be hard in the muck some days, you may be really stuck in it, but you have an ability to rebound and remain calm, or because this is also about calmness and harmony in all things, not necessarily just a balance, day to day. It's like somehow you have an inner peace regardless of the outer turmoil, and you're able to keep that going, and you're not ashamed of yourself. You're not ashamed of your struggles either. Maybe you used to be that way, but you've sort of come into who you are. You've come into the things that give you difficulty in life, and you may not flaunt them. You may live with them with dignity, and this person sees you taking life with dignity. You still have faith. You still believe in peace and order, and you still believe that your life is valuable and worth living, despite having chronic conditions or difficulty. This person sees you as someone who struggles. Absolutely, they see you as someone who struggles, but they see you as someone who perseveres as well. And that is incredibly inspirational to this person. So they must see you as this sunshine. Somehow you are able to shine through your own clouds. And I think this person really, really appreciates that about you. So I want to thank you for watching Group 3. If you like my content, you can get a private reading with me. My Etsy shop is in the description box below. I have readings that start at $10 if you're interested in getting something unique to you. If you like my content, you can I'm getting all mixed up here. If you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. So even if you don't buy anything in the Etsy shop, that's fine. You can still support my channel 100% just as well by being a subscriber. I am looking to get to a goal of 8,000 subs this year. That was my New Year's resolution, and that's what I'm going to stick to. And I'm asking you to please help me with that. It will help my channel grow, and it will help me produce more videos for you to enjoy. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move on to Group 4. Hello, Group 4. So, this is for those of you that picked the Modern Witch. I apologize if this video is as washed out as I'm worrying it's going to be. It's very sunny in my room. I shouldn't be complaining. I live in like the cloudiest place in the freaking state. So, I hope that you're able to see these all right. Anyway, so, Group 4. How does the person on your mind see you? I'm going to ask a few questions after that. We're going to check into... Oops, so sorry. We're going to also check into how they feel about you and what they like about you. Oh, not feel about you, sorry. Feel around you. Wow, these cards are jumping, though. There's a lot of energy here. Hang on. How does this person see you? How do they perceive you? Group 4. All right, let's take a look. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Busy, busy, busy. And I got a lot of weird energy kind of coming in these cards, like coming and going. How do they perceive you? They may see you as someone that left. You might be very, very busy, or you were a very busy person. Perhaps you had 2 jobs. And maybe this person and you worked together, because I do have the Page of Pentacles. If you didn't work together, you guys went to school together. So they see you because there's a student energy here. They may see you as rather energetic, though, and younger, somebody who's still learning. But with the Death card, it shows that you're kind of like out of the picture now, maybe. They don't see you so often. Maybe there's a bit of a distance here. Can I clarify the Death card? Let's take a look. How do they, let's see, clarify the death card, please, for group 4. Six of Swords. Yeah, you left. Where did you go? That's kind of how they see you right now, is that person that's not there. They might see you as someone that's gone. They might miss you. But Six of Swords kind of shows that you had to leave. It was kind of inevitable too. Like they knew that you were probably going to go. You might have announced it. You might have, people around you could have read the tea leaves, the saying that, oh, this person looks like they're probably going to leave soon. So I'm kind of thinking that this, and that you're not talking. So I'm getting this might be like an impartial relationship now. Maybe it was a casual acquaintanceship or, like a crush situation that didn't really pan out very well. But with the Two of Pentacles, it's they see you as someone who was very playful and youthful and energetic and fun. You might have had some fun things to say, fun jokes. They might have liked you, might have thought you were a little entertaining. But yeah, they just see you as someone who's kind of out of the picture now. But you had to leave because it was better for you, though. That's the thing, is they see you as someone who had to kind of say goodbye because it was better for you to do things that way. It's definitely focused on like you doing what's best for you. So let's see here. How do they feel when they're around you, or how did they feel when they're around you if you're not around anymore? Now, yeah, for some of you, maybe you're on vacation. We'll just say it like that. Maybe you're somebody who had to leave and you're on vacation now, but we're still going to ask these questions, okay? So how do they feel about being around you? How did they or do they feel about being around you? When they were around you, how did they feel? Ace of Swords. Whoops. 10 of Cups. 7 of Wands. Well, you might have been a handful. You might have been a handful because what's interesting is the 10 of Cups did come out reversed. I will take note. I don't like to take reversals typically. I can just kind of work with what I got here. But I will notice that out of all these are all in the same direction, so I'm not sure what's up. But Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands. There was or is an intensity around you. When they're around you, they may feel kind of on the defense a little bit. Because the 10 of Cups came out, upside down, it does kind of show me that there's like a difficulty connecting eye to eye. There may have been a misunderstanding in some cases, and it does look like there is some distance here. So when they were around you, it's like it's kind of like bittersweet, because even with the 10 of Cups as it is, there was this sense of shared mutual affection, but a resistance to do anything about it, a resistance to accept it, a resistance to talk about it, a resistance to do anything about this. So when they're around you, I mean, especially with this card, because it can mean intensity, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or good, or that they're cutting things away or wanting to get rid of you or anything like that. This could be intense love and hatred for the situation. They have intense love for you and maybe intense love or intense hatred of the situation. Maybe they felt like they didn't have control over it as much as they wanted to. The 7 of the 7 of Wands is talking about that brief moment where you're so overwhelmed, you're not sure if you're going to give up or not. Because it came out upright, it does show that when they're around you, they do feel like, they will or could prevail if they just kept it together. If they keep their feelings to themselves, they will prevail. So there was some aspect to how this person felt about you, and I feel like this could have been like a romantic thing, like a tension, a romantic tension, and I think that might be how they felt around you. There was this 10 of Cups energy, this like, but at the same time, there was something that wasn't coming together. There was something that wasn't adding up. So whether or not you work together or anything like that, you guys just might have a physical distance, and you might have a lot of obstacles as well between you. So you could have been at school and maybe school was in the way. Maybe you have, some kind of, cultural gaps, generational gaps, something. It's like you two are sitting on, two different sides of a huge cavern, or not a cavern, a huge canyon. And it's just, there might be too much between you to connect, I guess you could say. So it's too much distance, too much history, too much this or that. You'll have to apply it to your situation because it is a general reading, but that is something that I'm seeing. So let's ask, the last question here is, what do they like about you? What does this person like about you? Group 4, what does this person like about you? King of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Let's see. I did get 3 of Swords, which is weird, but I'm going to take one more. What do they like about you, Group 4? I don't know if I was supposed to take that 3 of Swords, to be honest, because it was on the top. I normally split the deck, or I like take a really big flipper like that one. So maybe that 3 of Swords is not there, but it can. I think I probably can still see here. King of Cups is nice. It's a nice card. I think that you're able, but I think with this, actually, with the 3. Yes. Okay. So the 3 of Swords and the Star, they like that you're able to forgive. They really like that you're able to forgive and maybe forget. You're able to endure difficult situations. For some of you, you might actually have a 3 of Swords tattoo on your body, or like a heart tattoo on your body. I'm getting this tattoo vibe for some reason because we have the nudity in this card, and I'm just thinking this might be actually referring to some sort of aspect that is physically on you. Or a tattoo with swords or something. 6 of Pentacles, there's a generosity here. This person sees you as somebody who the book term is actually popping out in my head. Dispensing gifts with justice, or something like that. That's the actual phrase. I don't usually get the book terminologies popping up as wanting to be spoken about, but yeah, dispensing gifts with justice. So that can mean that, maybe you're very, you might have boundaries. You might be able to set boundaries and say, I'm going to give you this because you are, you deserve this. However, you don't just give everything away to people. You're very discerning in how you spend your time and how you spend your energy. However, you are very generous. It's like when you're generous, you're very generous. You may go over the top sometimes, maybe. If not, there's a fairness with you that they like. They like to talk to you, and maybe there's a good back and forth. And, maybe there's good conversation here. We have the King of Cups, though, as well. And again, there are boundaries. The King of Cups has boundaries. He's an emotional guy. He's a Cancer. Maybe you're a Cancer. We also have Scorpio up here, too. So there's some water energy that's kind of present here. And Aquarius, that's air. But the King of Cups is, he's got boundaries. He's not going to overinvest his emotions into things. He's not going to get out of hand. He's not going to get swept up in a crazy love affair. He may want it, but he's got this, what's the word? He's reserved. He knows when it's time to get up out of the chair and do king stuff, and sometimes that's not all the time. He's probably done enough. So let's see here. One more card here for how they feel, what do they like about you? So they definitely think that you're somebody who's not going to go overboard on things. Ace of Cups. Yes, still emotional, very sweet, very sensitive, very empathetic and sympathetic. They like these qualities in you. You may have a bit of a poet beneath a harder exterior. And the King of Cups, by the way, though, when I say hard exterior, he's a Cancer, right? Cancers are big, they're crabs. It's a crab. Cancer, it has a hard exterior shell, and inside it's all, gooey crab stuff. So that might be who you are, and they do like that about you. So you might have a face that's very serious, or you might be have a presence that's very serious. However, they do like the you know, your gooey, crabby insides. So there's a very sensitive, squishy person deep down inside you, and they like that you have this sensitivity. And maybe they like that you shared it with them. Maybe you were someone who gave them your affection and your care, and they really enjoyed that about you. So I want to thank you for watching. If you'd like to get a private reading with me, I have them starting at $10. You can get those in my Etsy box, or I'm sorry, in my description box below. There's an Etsy link, and you can purchase my readings there. If you like my content, I encourage you to please like, comment, and subscribe. It will be just as helpful as getting a reading with me if you want to keep my channel up and running. That energy exchange is absolutely just as good. And I am trying to get to my 8,000 subscriber mark this year. So if you'd like to help me achieve that, please do subscribe. So I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.